Well, Smart picked a funky location for their city runabout and one of the coolest cities in North America, in Portland, Oregon, for the all-new 2016 Smart Fortwo, also known as the Smart Car. And it looks more grown up, in my opinion. They've made it look maybe a little bit more masculine to appeal to probably a wider range of buyers. They tell me that about 50-50 split right now is men and women, all kinds of ages, choose the Smart Car because it is such a great little city vehicle. It did have some problems though. The previous model had a herky-jerky transmission. A lot of people thought it was underpowered, but they've changed a lot of that. We'll get to that in a moment. What you see on the outside, a more grown-up look. The wheels side to side have been moved out to the corners by a full 10 centimeters, making the vehicle more stable on the road, which improves ride dynamics and a whole bunch more. Still has the polymer panels on the outside. What you see in black on this model is what's called the tritium safety cell. A lot of people are always leery about the Smart Car because they think, is it safe? But this car is proven to be very safe. This tritium safety cell is made up of 72% high-strength tensile steel, which makes it like a big safety cage around the occupants. You get 15 or 16-inch wheels, available LED lights front and back, and in the back, the clam shape opens up and allows 10 liters more cargo capacity behind the rear seats. Let's have a look inside, show you the new features that are going to make this a much more usable vehicle in the city every day. Now this new Smart Car is available with a base, middle, and upper trim. They call them Pure, Passion, and Prime. I'm sitting in the middle Passion, and this is the one they think they're going to sell the most of. Now the Pure comes very simply equipped with Bluetooth connectivity and automatic climate control and cruise control, and then you move up from there. And there's really only about a $3,500 spread between them, starting at around $17,300 and going up to $20,900. And then you have some single add-ons. Some of them are standard on the higher trim level. And I'll give you one example, and that's this iPhone cradle or smartphone cradle you see, and it's about $125 on the lower trim levels. And what that does is it has power to your smart device in a cradle that is adjustable for different sizes. It's not able to take big tablet or phablet style phones just yet, but they're going to come out with a bigger one for that, for like the iPhone 6 Plus, those sorts of phones, but it will get bigger, and you can plug it and power it while you're driving. And obviously Mercedes and Smart is saying, listen, people are going to use their smart devices while they're driving. Let's have it integrated into the car. They have an app that's free to download, and what it does is it gives you navigation, your Bluetooth connectivity, music through the head unit, and it's integrated. And I've been using it today, and it's not been working perfectly. Now granted, these are beta test units, but I think what's going to happen is people are going to use this cradle because it's definitely welcome, and it's good to see a manufacturer implementing it for the first time. Put your smartphone in there and just use the native apps that are on your phone. Use the in-phone navigation and connect it via Bluetooth to the stereo unit. Now speaking of the stereo, the one you see here is the base unit. You can get the 7-inch navigation screen. It's around $1,400, which begs the question, why would anybody bother when you have it in your phone right there? A nice addition to this vehicle is they've got a TFT screen in the speedometer, which is new for this vehicle. Also, the car is much more conventional looking on the inside. The old Smart Car was quirky. When you got in it, you knew you were driving something fun. Once you're in this car and you close the doors and you start driving, it looks like another modern interior and doesn't have the quirkiness of the old model. Cup holders in the center console, water bottles in the door. It's wider than the previous model, making it a better Smart Car. So this Smart has a brand new engine and 2 brand new transmissions. Never before has a Smart been offered in Canada with a manual transmission. Now you can get it with a 5-speed box, which is great. Not a lot of people are going to buy that, but the thing is that it's offered, I think, is really, really cool. And then most people are going to get the transmission I'm driving in right now, which is the 6-speed dual clutch. The old Smart Car had a sequential gearbox. That basically was a manual transmission automatically controlled with 1 clutch. So it would engage, disengage, and then engage again. And it gave a very herky-jerky drive. This one, because there's 2 clutches at play, much smoother. Also, horsepower is up to 89 horsepower, but 100 foot-pounds of torque, all from a really small engine. It's 3 cylinders, it's direct injection, it's turbocharged, but it's only 900 cc's, and it produces that 100 foot-pounds of torque from 2,500 RPM. So it's a very usable car to drive in exactly where we are in Portland today, an urban environment. It's a great city car, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour with the manual, just over 10 seconds, with the automatic, just over 11 seconds. Now, you're not out to set any land speed records with a Smart Car. You're out to get in and out of traffic and maneuver and park anywhere, and all of that remains the same. The length of the car is exactly the same as the old one, but it's now 10 centimeters wider. Makes it feel like a normal car, but you can still turn it on a dime and park it anywhere. It's quieter in here. That's a good thing as well. So drivability, it's definitely a big improvement. Now the automatic transmission, it drives in regular D and it defaults to the economy mode. Little switch here in the center. It livens it up quite a bit to sport mode, and then you can slide it over and do it manually back and forth. If you get the sport package, which is $800, you then get paddle shifters, and that might be worthwhile because to get the most out of this car, using that dual clutch box manually is certainly a lot of fun. It's much more stable. The old Smart car used to sort of jump and bob around. This one, because of the 10 centimeter wider track, feels much more planted, and on the highway is much more stable as well. Any downsides? Well, there's no tilt and telescopic steering on this model anyway. And this app that they're getting us to try, I'm not really that crazy about. I think I've gone more to the native apps in my Android phone than using this cross-connect app system, but overall, a much better Smart car. Now, after having a chance to drive this new Smart car for 2 days around Portland with the manual transmission, with the new dual clutch, and with the wider stance this vehicle has, especially when you see it compared to the old one, it is quite a bit wider. It's a much better Smart car. Couple of things. If you're going to purchase one of these, I know it kind of sounds silly to say a backup camera would be an option that you should buy, but I think you should, because those pillars, that tritium safety cell in the back, actually obscure your rear visibility quite a lot when you're backing up. So even though it's small, you still have to be able to see. Then you have that smartphone cradle. I would opt for that, and heated seats are only available on the top trim level. You have to decide if you want to spring for that. More comfortable, more refined, more stable, more of everything in this new Smart car, and for a lot of people, more power is definitely going to be welcome. So it's a smarter Smart car. Hey, thanks a lot for watching, and make sure to subscribe. If you'd like to watch another video, click the picture on the left.